Hello, my darlings. Welcome to another tarot reading. I've been doing readings for every new moon and full moon as I put out yoga classes, as you know, for every new moon and full moon. And I just wanted to add something to that. And I love tarot, and I've been practicing tarot for probably about 5 years now. If you see those shelves behind me, those are most of my tarot decks. I have others kind of scattered like around my desk. But we got lots of decks to choose from. Hello, my name is Natasha. If you've never been on my channel before, my name's Natasha, also known as Nurse Natasha on all platforms. I'm a witch. I have been for a very long time, since I was a kid, since I was a teenager. I'm also a 500-hour registered yoga teacher, and my favorite thing is combining yoga and magic and wellness and magic, and all that jazz. So that's what we do here. These readings that I do are for the collective, and that by I mean my collective, my subscribers, anyone who this video comes to, this message is for you. So we're gonna be pulling some cards today. Yeah, let's talk about what is this Leo new moon. What's the Lionsgate portal about? Now, if you hop on over to my yoga class, my Leo new moon and Lionsgate portal yoga class, I do explain it a bit more there, and there's a full yoga flow to tap into the energy, so I really recommend you do that. But let's talk about it a little bit. So the Leo new moon and the Lionsgate portal. The Leo new moon is happening between the 9th of August, 7th and 8th. The Lionsgate portal is also known as the 8/8 or 888 portal. It's happening on August 8th. So the 8th day in the 8th month. Eights in numerology, and if you are into angel numbers, 888 is the number of abundance. So if you see that number, usually abundance is coming your way, wealth is coming your way. So we'd love to see it. And that's what this new moon and this Lionsgate portal is all about. Manifestation, abundance, wealth, happiness. The Lionsgate, you may have heard of this portal that's coming. It's basically when our sun in Leo conjuncts with the star Sirius, which is known as our spiritual sun. So that is what's happening. That's what this portal is all about. And then it also this year is happening to conjunct with the Leo new moon. So this is a huge time for manifestation, abundance. You need to be setting your intentions. You need to be manifesting. You need to be bringing in that abundance and getting in that Leo energy and being confident, stepping up to the stage, center stage. This is your time to shine. So we're all about it. Again, if you want to tap into that energy, I have a full free yoga class here on my channel for the Leo new moon and Lionsgate portal that I will put the link in the description box, or it's just on my channel. Don't forget to subscribe while you're there. Another way that I recommend tapping into this energy, I'll kind of show you guys my setup here. I have orange candles. I have prosperity and abundance spell oil here that I got as a gift. The company is Apothic Alchemy. You can probably find them on Etsy. I also have this rosemary cleansing bundle. This is rosemary from my garden that I harvested and dried. So, you know, we're all about just getting our herbs and cleansing from ethical places. So I grew it myself. I have all my crystals set up. I would recommend citrine, especially sunstone, any maybe like honey calcite or orange calcite, any gold or yellow orange crystal. Carnelian also will be great for this time. But if you want a little ritual to do, I highly recommend getting yourself some bay leaves. Bay leaves you can find, you know, at any store, really any grocery store. Just get yourself some bay leaves. They have big green leaves, and what you're gonna do is you're gonna write what you're manifesting. Maybe it's a certain amount of money, or maybe it's just abundance or wealth in general, or whatever it is that you're bringing. Maybe it's a certain goal. For me, if you're one of my clients or if you know me, but the thing I'm manifesting is a new car. My favorite car is a Mustang. Don't ask. It's just like a thing that I've always loved. And I'm manifesting a Mustang, and I'm also manifesting being debt-free by the end of the year. So that is what I would write on my bay leaf. I would write Mustang. I'd get specific about it. So, you know, black Mustang GT. I would also write debt-free, or again, a certain amount of money that you're manifesting. And again, this is the Leo new moon. This is the Lionsgate portal. It's the sun. It's Sirius. It's all about fire energy. So I want you to write your affirmations, whatever you're manifesting, write it on those bay leaves, and I want you to burn it. So really easy, awesome spell ritual for you to do. All right, I think I'll stop ranting at you. Again, if you have any questions about what's going on, drop down below, take some water. Got my Pennywise tumbler. And remember to check out the yoga class because there's going to be a lot more information there, and you're really going to tap into that energy and use yoga as a part of your ritual. So we'll get into it. I'm going to light my candles if my lighter wants to work. Again, I'm just using, I got these candles on Amazon. They're just little tea light candles. I'm going to take my Abundance and Prosperity oil. This oil smells really amazing, so I just kind of almost use it like as a perfume. And you can maybe cleanse your hands with it. Again, you don't have to do any of these things. This is just kind of how I'm setting up for my reading. And then I'm just going to cleanse a little bit with this rosemary if it wants to. Light. We got that fire going. We got that fire going. All right. I actually ended up blowing out my candles when I did that. So it's fine. Everything's fine. The fire energy is coming through. So I'm going to cleanse my deck. So for my Oracle deck, I'm using this Believe in Your Own Magic deck by Amanda Lovelace. It's absolutely amazing. Highly recommend. She's also one of my favorite authors. She writes the books, The Princess Saves Herself in this one, and The Witch Doesn't Burn this one. I can't remember what they're called, but they're absolutely amazing. And then I'm also going to be using the New Moon Tarot that I got as a gift. It has that, this is Leo vibes, right? Leo vibes. So this is the tarot deck, and then we'll be clarifying with the Oracle deck. I'm just going to cleanse that a little bit. All right, I'm going to let this rosemary kind of do its thing. We'll put it over here. Lots of smoke, lots of fire. Got little rosemary, little babies all over my space now, but that's okay. It smells delicious, smells amazing right now. Fire energy coming through hard. So I'm gonna shuffle, and I just want you to take a moment to breathe. I'm almost blowing out my candles with the wind from shuffling. Look who we got hanging out at the bottom of the deck. We got 7 of Pentacles, so you know, that's that. It's growth, it's abundance, it's putting in the work, it's planting the seeds of, you know, whatever it is you're trying to manifest. So just take a moment to breathe while I shuffle. I have very small baby hands, and this deck is a little bit bigger, so definitely not as great at shuffling this deck when you have baby hands, but it's okay. Get some shuffling ASMR. Ooh, I see the 10 of Pentacles. Love it. My dogs are very excited about something. They're excited about that 10 of Pentacles. That is abundance, wealth, prosperity, just like complete and total abundance, like fulfillment. Amazing. We love it. All right. Just breathe while I shuffle. Do any cleansing rituals of your own that you would like to do. Any abundance rituals. Maybe go grab some crystals. I see the sun coming out as well. The sun, again, is that warmth, abundance. It is like truly this energy. Like that is what this Lionsgate portal and this Leo new moon is all about, is the sun card energy. It's the happiest card in the tarot deck. I'm hearing one more. We'll give it one more shuffle. All right, if you haven't taken any breaths, I want you to just take a big breath with me. Inhale in, and open mouth, exhale. All right. We'll see what comes up. And again, I'm going to share with you what comes up. I'm just going to pull these cards. Yep, the Hermit. The Hermit was coming up a lot as I was shuffling. I saw it a few times. Dang, so much major arcana. We are about it. All right. I am going to flip this around so you can see what we got going on here, and then we are going to talk about it. So here is the full setup. the full spread, we have the Empress, we have the Queen of Swords, the Hanged Man, the Hermit, Wheel of Fortune, and the Eight of Cups. So take a moment to just, how does this spread make you feel? What energies are you picking up? Also, can we appreciate again my little puppy candles? I mean, my puppy crystals. I have one of Fozzie, one of Jack, my favorite crystals that I own. Fozzie's actually sleeping over there. Anyways, how does it make you feel? All right, my lovelies. So this spread honestly feels like a little call out, but we're here for it. We're about it. So let's talk about it. What does it mean? The first card that we had come out was the Empress. Now you can see in this deck, it is depicted as a pregnant person. It is traditionally, the Empress is divine feminine energy. And remember, when I say divine feminine or divine masculine, it does not matter gender or gender identity. It's just the feminine energy. And again, it is depicted here as a pregnant person. Now, the Empress can be a card of pregnancy, so this might mean something to someone, might not. But to me, what this is really saying, especially here and now with this new moon in Leo and this Lionsgate portal, is Leo and the sun and this kind of Lionsgate fire energy. It's a very masculine energy, and I feel like we have to balance it out with the feminine energy, which means trusting your heart. And also, to me, it's kind of like, you know, you're growing whatever that abundance, that manifestation, you're growing it. It's growing inside of you. It has been growing inside of you, because I think it's very specific that this card in this deck depicts pregnancy. You know, you're growing this thing that you've been manifesting. You've been growing it for a very, very long time, and it's finally, it's going to come to fruition. But I think the other cards are kind of depicting this journey of, but how? But how? It's still in the womb. It's still growing. It is still kind of putting the final touches on it. We're tapping into that divine feminine and that divine masculine because of the Leo new moon and this Lionsgate portal. And it's growing. It's growing. It's almost here. It's almost here. Now, how are we going to get there? How are we going to come from this energy of it, like growing inside of us? You know, whatever goal that we're focused on, whatever we're manifesting, how are we going to bring it into reality? That's what this Leo new moon is all about, and this Lionsgate portal is bringing those manifestations and bringing that abundance into reality. How are we going to do that? And I think the rest of the spread is kind of giving us the kind of pathway to get there, because the rest of the spread, again, feels a little like a call out, but it's telling us basically how are we going to get there. So the next card that came out is the Queen of Swords. You can see it here, Queen of Swords. Now, the Queen of Swords is the Queen of Air. This is Libra, Gemini, why is my brain farting? Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, the air energy. And the Queen of Swords is, I think what this is saying is balancing the head with the heart, because the Queen of Swords is very like sharp, kind of the Queen of Ice, almost Ice Queen. I've heard her described as, and again, when I say her, I just mean the Queen of Swords is the feminine energy, doesn't matter gender or anything. But the Queen of Swords is that kind of Ice Queen energy of like thinks with her head, get shit done, very sharp, just kind of makes those decisions. And that contrasted with the Empress, which again, the Empress is that very soft kind of like Mother Nature kind of energy and following the heart. But I think it's asking for a balance between head and heart. You know, if you want to get closer to these goals, these manifestations, this abundance, you have to have that Queen of Swords energy of like making decisions, getting it done. Stop playing around. Stop kind of wishy-washy. Like, for example, if my goal is to be debt-free, why do I keep spending? Like, why do I just keep, you know, mindlessly spending on all this stuff? My goal is to be debt free. Like, you gotta like take that sword and just like get it in order and act like the Queen of Swords and chop some of that stuff off that does not need to. I know it's like a weird metaphor, but I just chopped off like the dead ends of my hair, and my hair feels like so much healthier. And like, I don't know why, but that's coming through for me right now, is like I cut the dead ends off my hair and it's so much healthier. You got to do that. You need to cut the dead ends out of whatever you're trying to manifest. Like, we need to cut those dead ends off. Use that Queen of Swords energy. Like, it's like the refinement. The Empress is, again, divine feminine, it's that growing of, you know, whatever it is you're manifesting, like it's almost there. How do we get there? Chop off the dead ends, chop off anything that doesn't serve you. Queen of Swords energy, I just picture this sword just like, and then we have the Hanged Man, the Hermit, and the Wheel of Fortune, just like bam, 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 like 3 major arcana. So we have the Hanged Man, the Hermit, and the Wheel of Fortune, just one right after the other. Now, the Hanged Man has honestly been a card that has been coming out for me personally recently, because I've been struggling a lot with, and I don't know if this is just me or this has also felt like a collective energy of like, what am I doing? I don't know what I'm doing. I've been revamping my business. I've been revamping, you know, just taking time to like think about what I want. And I feel this way. It's like I'm getting so close to my goals of like being debt free and all of these things, and my Mustang, and my house. I've been trying to buy a house, and like I feel like this like level up, but it's been this weird like purgatory limbo where I'm like almost there again, almost there, like that Empress. It's like growing, it's almost there, but I'm stuck in this purgatory for some reason, where I'm just kind of like, I'm so close, but like, why am I stuck here? Now the Hanged Man energy is that kind of stuck energy. It is, I've heard it described as kind of the cocoon before the butterfly, but you're here for a reason. The Hanged Man energy is telling you to be here for a reason. Like, it sucks, you feel stuck, you feel like you're in that purgatory, but especially the Hanged Man with the Hermit right after it, like, you are here for a reason. You need to sit in this little cocoon, because guess what? When butterflies are in the cocoon, they completely turn to goo, and then they turn into a butterfly. This is the time to examine again what dead ends need to be cut off. What do you need to let go of? What do you need to like revamp, or like what do you need to do to get from, you know, this growth energy? We're growing. We're not quite there yet. But we're kind of stuck. But how do we get there from like, okay, my manifestations are like coming true. This is it. They're here. Oh my gosh. We need to sit in this Hangman energy, and we need to use the Hermit, and we need to go inward and figure out what the heck is going on. The Hermit is a card of rest and taking a break to go inside, taking this lantern and going inside and being like, all right, what's going on here? What do we need to get rid of? I've seen that, like, I feel like I've seen a meme or something where it's like when you go inside to, you know, face your demons, and you're like, there's a lot more demons in here than I thought. And you're taking that lantern and kind of going in and being like, okay, like, what's going on here? This is shadow work. This is illuminating that shadow work. This is, you're stuck in that Hangman energy. You're stuck in that cocoon. Saying, what can you do? You can't get out of this energy until the universe says, okay, it's time, until you have let go of whatever this is, these dead ends that are holding you back. Maybe we don't even know what the dead ends are. That means you have to take that lantern. You have to be that hermit and be like, all right, what's going on? I'm taking that lantern and I'm looking inside. This is a lot of facing your fears, which I know is hard and I know it's scary. But it is going inside with that lantern, and instead of running away the other direction from your fears, you're holding that lantern up and you're like, what's up? Why are you here? Like, this is a quote I believe from, I want to say Jen Sincero, from the author of You Are Badass. I could be wrong. It's one of these self-help books that I've read. But she said, you need to turn around and face your fears. Fears hate it when you do that. Like, that when you run, that is fear. When you're running away from it, you need to turn around with that lantern and be like, can I help you? What's going on here? How can I get rid of you? And not necessarily get rid of you, because I think that when we use the term fearless, it kind of like, it's like you can't just expect it to just like be fearless. Be like, wow, I'm fearless. Wow, magic, it happened. No. You face your fears. You are brave. You're courageous. That fear is not going to go away, but we can face it. We can be brave. We can turn around with that lantern and be like, why are you here? Get curious. Non-judgmental. You know, we're not judging ourselves for having this fear. We're not attaching ourselves to this fear. We're just like, hey, what's up? What's going on here? Like, why are you here? What am I afraid of? And then we're taking that Queen of Swords energy, and we're chopping off those dead ends. We're getting rid of that stuff that's not serving us. Because if we can do that, we can start a new cycle. We can get off of this. The Hangman energy that I'm picking up here is like this, and the Wheel of Fortune is like this Ferris wheel that we're on, that we feel like we've been on forever, and I just keep repeating the same cycles. I keep getting sent these lessons over and over and over, and I want to get off this Ferris wheel. I want to get off, please. And how are we going to do that? By doing all this, by going inside, taking our lantern, looking inside, chopping off the dead ends, sitting in that hangman energy while we take the time to examine what needs to be let go of, what needs to be cut off. Then we can start a new cycle. Then we can get off that Ferris wheel and go get on another better one, right? And the Wheel of Fortune is a card of, it's upright, it's good fortune, it is a good sign of good luck. But we got to do the work first. You're not going to get that new cycle if you don't do the work. Now, the Eight of Cups finally is, I think it's like the, in a traditional tarot deck, in a Rider-Waite deck, grab some water. In the Rider-Waite deck, the Eight of Cups is depicted as like a dude. He's kind of like turned away from the cups, and he's like walking away from these cups that it almost looks like one is missing. And I'll show you, it's just like a bunch of cups here, but in the traditional deck, that's how it's depicted. And you're walking away from, I think if you can do all these things, you can cut off the dead ends, you can go inside, see where your growth is kind of being stunted, hang out in that hangman energy, take that lantern, so we can start a new cycle. That new cycle is walking away from those cups that are just not fulfilling, those cups that are disappointing. There's something missing, and you're turning around and you're walking away from it, because what comes after the Eight of Cups is the Nine of Cups, and the Nine of Cups is literally the wish fulfillment card. Like, you're walking away from that Eight of Cups and you're walking into Nine of Cups, and then 10 of Cups, which is like complete and total emotional fulfillment. So that's the energy that I'm picking up here. Is your, again, with the Empress, there's something growing. Like, we're growing this goal, this manifestation, this abundance. It's like so close we can almost taste it. But we're like, why can't I taste it yet? Like, why don't I have it yet? Because, again, we need to take that Queen of Swords energy, go inside, hang out in that hangman energy, be like, what, why am I not there yet? And acknowledge it. Oh, that's why. Oh, that's the behavior that's keeping me from this. That's the limiting belief that's kind of getting me. This is the cycle I keep getting stuck on because I keep just like chasing that whatever I know is not good for me. And then you're going to let it go. You're going to take that Queen of Swords energy, you're going to chop it off, and you're going to walk away. You're going to walk away from those cups that are just no longer full. And I think remembering too is that at one point those cups served you. At one point, some of this stuff served you, maybe to survive, maybe to deal with trauma, maybe to, at any reason. Doesn't make it completely and totally bad. It just means it's not serving us anymore. It's you should not judge yourself or feel guilty for having these cups that you're turning your back on, or these things that you kind of need, these dead ends that you need to chop off. It's okay. We're human. It's okay. All right. So now we're going to clarify a little bit with this Oracle deck. Again, it's the Believe in Your Own Magic Oracle deck by Amanda Lovelace. It's beautiful. It is also very inclusive, which I love. We're all about different bodies, body acceptance, diverse, inclusive. I'm just going to shuffle this. Now, these cards are gigantic, so I cannot shuffle as well as I would like. And we're just going to pull 3 Oracle cards just for clarification. Now, Oracle cards have descriptions based on the artist's choice. So tarot is the same cards in every deck. Oracle cards are kind of up for interpretation. So I am going to pull 3 Oracle cards. I'm going to tell you my interpretation of just what I'm getting from the card, and then we're also going to read the artist's interpretation as well. So I'm hearing one more. Right, and then I'm going to shuffle if I can. Again, my baby hands are like struggling here. Oh, I just love these cards so much. So inclusive and so beautifully drawn. And again, follow Amanda Lovelace. I believe her Instagram is Lady Bookmad. Her poetry is absolutely amazing. All right, one more, and then my baby hands can get a break. All right, got the deck. Oh, so beautiful. I love it. All right. Let me just flip this around for you guys and show you what comes up, and then we'll talk about it. All right, so here we go. We got sundress, says do it for you. Again, look at that. It's so beautiful. Love the inclusivity. Inclusivity? Is that a word? I don't know. We're going to go with it. Villain, you can always rewrite the story. I think she's about to smash that seashell. This is just, there's a lot of stuff going on here. The glowy music notes, the ocean, and then we have gold. You don't need someone else to fix you. And again, loving just the inclusivity here. All right, let's talk about it. Okay, so first card, sundress. It says do it for you. And I think, again, for me, I'm going to talk about what I feel from this card, and then we're going to read the actual description from the artist. This might be the stuff that you need to cut off, is supposed to's, should have, could have, would have's, I'm doing this for someone else. Really examine your motivations behind what you want and behind what you're trying to manifest, because if you're trying to manifest something that you don't actually want, that maybe society told you that you're supposed to want, or someone else told you that you need to want this, it's not going to work because you don't actually want it. Manifestation doesn't work that way. Do it for you. You need to do what you want, and you need to do it for you. So really examine your motivations behind certain things. We want internal motivation, intrinsic motivation. We don't want this external, I'm trying to do it to get validated by someone else. No, you need to do it for you. So let's see what the artist has to say about this card. Again, her words are beautiful, so I know it's going to be beautiful, so let's read it. So, sundress, do it for you. When it comes to healing and recovery, make sure you're doing it for yourself, not somebody else. Becoming too dependent on other people will only end in disappointment. People leave, friends drift, family members become estranged. Your reason needs to be bigger than them, and believe it or not, you are important enough to be that reason. Let me say that last line one more time. Believe it or not, you are important enough to be that reason. I feel like I should mic drop. That's that. You are important enough, you're worthy enough, you deserve whatever you want because you want it. Not because anybody else wants it, because you want it. So, we love it. All right. Next one is villain. You can always rewrite the story, and I'm getting Little Mermaid vibes. I'm not sure if that's what she was trying to go for here. But she's smashing this little glowy seashell with these music notes. So I'm curious to see kind of what the author says about this. Let's see here. A hard truth to swallow. Sometimes our villains win. However, that doesn't mean that you should give up or lose all hope. It just means that it's time to rewrite the story and keep going. It can be incredibly freeing and empowering to reclaim yourself after a personal tragedy. So I think this is, this goes again hand in hand with what I was saying about going in and facing those fears. It's hard. We have trauma. We have tragedy. And sometimes, again, the villains win, and that's why we're afraid. That's why we're so stuck, is because we're afraid. We're like, it's already happened. Bad things have happened. I know I really want this, but I'm afraid to move forward. I'm afraid to take that action. That's why I'm stuck here in this hangman energy. But you can rewrite the story. You can start over. You can keep going. You can smash that seashell. Again, Little Mermaid vibes. You can get rid of that Ursula energy, even though, to be fair, I kind of like Ursula. I sometimes feel like I embody her with the purple hair, and I have that seashell necklace. Anyways, you can rewrite the story. You have the power here, and that's what you need to go inside with that lantern and find out, how am I going to rewrite? How am I going to start over? How am I going to face my fears and keep going? So I love it. All right. Last one. It says gold, and it says you don't need someone else to fix you. We love it. We love it. So beautiful. All right. Let's see what we got going on here. Someone is trying to convince you that you're broken beyond repair. Unless you accept their helping hand, of course. If someone offers to fix some part of you, it's not because they're being selfless or kind, and they know you are in a vulnerable place, and they want to make you entirely dependent on them. tell them, no, thank you. You know exactly how to put the gold in your own crack. So that now makes sense, because I don't know if you can see the little cup she's holding. It has gold lines in it. She put her cup back together. Like, I think this message is honestly very specific to someone, or a lot of people, of, you know, again, maybe the reason why you're stuck in this hanged man energy, maybe the dead ends you need to cut off, or the opinions of other people. I mentioned it earlier, the supposed to, shoulda, coulda, wouldas. Things were supposed to go this way. Someone told me that this is what I should be or what I should want. You're not going to manifest, and you're not going to bring these amazing things into your life if it's not what you actually want. If it's what someone else is telling you that you're supposed to want, or someone else is telling you, no, you're not worthy. Let me fix you. You don't deserve that. Let me tell you what you should want. No, not today, Satan. You need to do it for you. You can rewrite your story, and you don't need someone else to fix you. That's literally what those oracle cards just said. On top of everything in the tarot, you're going to cut off all those limiting beliefs, all those people that are trying to tell you what you're supposed to be. You're going to take that Queen of Swords energy and be like, nope, no. And then you're going to go inside with that Hangman energy. You're going to take that Lantern with that Hermit energy, and you're going to get off that cycle. You're going to get off that Ferris wheel, and you're going to go walk to another one. You're going to turn your back to those cups that aren't fulfilling anymore. And that is where the magic is going to happen. That is how you're going to be able to manifest under this Leo new moon, under this Lionsgate portal. There's a lot of shadow work to do here, friends. Like, I'm not saying it's going to be easy, but I'm saying it's going to be worth it. Yeah, that's, I just pulled another card just because I just wanted to see what would come up. And we got the Magician. Like, this is the card of alchemy. This is the card of taking all that, I don't want to say a curse word because I don't want to get demonetized. This is taking all that crap, all those dead ends that you just cut off, and now you're going to alchemize yourself into magic. You're going to do the damn thing. Oh, dang, I just cursed. Anyways, you're going, the Magician, traditionally in a Rider-Waite deck, and it also has it on this, it has the suits of the tarot. So we got cups, we got pentacles, we got, I believe this is swords, and this is wands, the little crystal. You have all the tools you need. You just need to put them to work. You're standing in the traditional Rider-Waite deck. The Magician is standing over this table with all the tools, and he's going to do it. They're going to do it. There's also another card in the other oracle deck that I have that I've used in a reading before, is a magician is only as good as her tools. Like, you have those tools and you need to use them. Cut off those dead ends and put those tools to work. Put that gold to work. Fix your own cup. Smash that seashell. Do it for you. Like, let's get it done. Let's get it done. You can do it. I love 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 it. This, again, it's a lot of work, but it's going to be worth it. And if you want to work on this energy, I highly recommend you go do my new moon Lionsgate portal yoga class. Do some shadow work. Write down, what you need to cut off, what dead ends you need to cut off. I highly recommend. I recommended that bay leaf ritual where you write actually what you want to manifest on the bay leaves. I also want you to write down what you're letting go of on a piece of paper, and I want you to burn it safely, of course, but you need to let it go. You need to cut off those dead ends so we can start moving towards abundance. We can start that our manifestations can actually come to fruition. They can come to life, because we're stuck right now. And again, that Empress energy where it's growing and it's there and it's inside of us, but we want to bring it to reality. And that's what the Magician is all about, is like bringing it from just kind of a non-tangible place to a tangible place, like doing the dang thing. So alchemizing stuff into reality. That's all I got for you, my lovelies. Go check out my yoga class for the new moon. Don't forget to follow me on TikTok, Instagram, everywhere. Don't forget to hit subscribe as Nourish Natasha. Thank you so much for watching this. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know what you're manifesting in the comments. Speak it into existence. Let me know what the dead ends that you're cutting off are. I would be happy to hear. Yeah, I think that's all I got. I hope you have a wonderful new moon, a wonderful Lionsgate portal, and I will see you next time.